Hi everyone, welcome to Titans This Week, where we cover your Vancouver Titans past week and give you insight on their upcoming matches. I'm your host, Abby Sherlock, and let's kick this off with a quick recap of this past weekend. The Vancouver Titans began their weekend taking on the Houston Outlaws. With the Outlaws ranked below mid-table and on a 2-game losing streak, it was up to the Titans to prove their worth and show their growth after their first week in the league. Their Sunday opponent, the Philadelphia Fusion, currently stand at the top of the scoreboard with a league-best 11 wins and a single loss. For the Titans, this was a week to show how they've developed and can learn more to gain ground on other teams around the league.
Vancouver and Houston both on the bottom, which is why this matchup between the two today so important for both franchises. Back and just a little bit. Dreadlock now going to disengage a bit. Suna though caught. Both teams back and forth to start things out.
Yeah, that shot by Linkster, that couldn't be more impactful. He was instantly getting bursted down, but he somehow picks off Rule, and that's a huge game changer in this fight. No more Discord Orb to focus down these big tanks for the Outlaws, and they're cleaning up this fight easily. Hydration doing really well in this Rhine, but I really want to call back to that Linkster pick. I'm pretty sure he saved the mid-fight there.
Just play around Linkster, play around the McCree, and he gets Suna early! And that's already going to put the Titans in a really tough spot, likely a regroup.
What a nice setup by Jexa and Hydration. Hydration runs down mid. He doesn't have the speed boost because Jexa's on the flank, but they still work together by Jexa booping Rolf into that Reinhardt hammer, which is actually a huge play because Vancouver were doing a great job hiding on the edge of the map from that amplification matrix, and that's Houston winning a fight with only the amp matrix invested.
As he'll move in, Linkster, clear line of sight, going for the Deadeye. Suna already out of the fight, and Jake, it's been a tough day to run legs.
Yeah, the copied Primal does get shut down. Rolf trancing in. Vancouver, they need to commit to this fight, and at this point, they need a fight win. Hydration caught in the corner, though, probably going to fall. Huge shatter, though, and the Immortality Field keeping him up. He's getting so much value in the corner.
But at this point, very likely about to be gone. Suna, some last moment heroics, but a little bit too little, too late. The Outlaws, very dominant round one, Jake. Looking for a way in. And Repel under very heavy pressure to start things out. Dalton was able to get in on him. Now, Titans looking at command advantage. Dalton can get away. Gets Jexa for good measure. And even though he falls, the damage has been done.
Linkster on the flank. That's a crucial kill. Now he's going to have a lot of space here to work with.
Linkster needs to do more looking for the Brigida on the other side. And the Outlaws finally grind their way through, but that was really nice delay coming in from Vancouver. Vancouver looking for the way in. EMP dropped, hits 3. Dante immediately taken down, takes a Helix rocket right after. And now the Titans in a very good spot to retake. I don't think Houston can do much about it. And the Titans, again, gaining progress once more. And that puts the Outlaws in a one-fight margin. Linkster with one pick after the other, getting the Outlaws back into the fight. This is exactly what they needed. But all the while, Vancouver still gets a little bit more delay, puts themselves in a spot where one more good team fight win might spell the end. So the Outlaws still need to be perfect for the rest of the map.
Yeah, and here's where the value of that Ash really comes into play. Linkster just doing so much more damage. Big EMP from Dante, picks off Rolf. Rolf not able to get the Transcendence off, and with time ticking low, I'm not sure Vancouver's going to get an opportunity to touch point here.
This is great killer instinct coming in from the Outlaws. They saw they had an advantage, they went for the EMP, they took down the Zen, and they just take the Titans out of the fight, out of the map. The Outlaws take map 1.
Losing Sigma is pretty brutal here. We'll see if Vancouver can stabilize Karkar, taking a headshot from Linkster. Huge fly-in from Meko. Tons of pressure on his Sherlock, and he's blocked by the shield from Hydration. No heals can come in.
The Outlaws just finishing that up pretty easily. And I mean, for Vancouver, that fight was basically lost when they lost the Sigma so early. It's so difficult to fight that 5v6, especially with your front line being damaged. Now the Outlaws on the verge of saying a very, very quick time here in Volskaya. Fight, and now they're going to dive on in. Hydration coming in from the side, Beko from the front. Linkster finds Dalton very early in the fight. And now the Outlaws, one clean pick off after the other. They've lost Repel, but this is still very winnable. Dante with the clone mid-air rock. Love to see it. Now the Outlaws with pressure on the point. It's up for the Titans to respond, but they're down so many players.
That's such a huge play from Dante. He cancels the Gravitic Flux as well. This one's not going to slam down, but he's done what he needs to do. Now, Winston's coming out, but instantly bursted out of the copy, so no Primal going to be available. We'll see if Dalton can hold. No, he's bursted down as well.
The Titans right now are looking for the miracle. Shredlock going to drop the shatter. Only puts Jexa on the floor. That's one, but I don't think it's going to be enough. The Outlaws already with 2 ticks, and now they're just worried about putting this one away. The Titans out of players. That is going to be a very quick time being set by the Outlaws. Linkser can see everything right now and takes down Suna. Why would you challenge that? Suna taking the risk. It does not pay off, and this is why the Outlaws are debating the nature of what it means to be a ninja in global chat in between fights, because of
Linkser.
that.
The Dinkster is back, I dare say. Oh, luckily Dalton shuts him down, but he pays with his life. So Linkser, I think, has done his job this fight, and now it's just full cleanup for the Outlaws, holding on to all 5 of their other ultimates. Again, another perfect fight.
All sides, the Immortality Field keeps him alive for a while. They take down Repel, and the Titans off of Dalton starting to turn this fight. Dante a little bit slow, and the Titans, perhaps they've done enough here. Linkser, though, still in the fight. Dalton swarming around. I think the Titans have this. Now they swap over to Dante. Hydration out of the fight, doesn't get a primal off in time, and now the Titans have a real opportunity of time still left on the clock. 33 seconds, Repel out on the Transcendence. The Outlaws still down in players, but this is the best opportunity the Titans have had so far.
Yeah, this is their moment. It has to be. Time is ticking low. Hydration coming back with the primal. Barely makes it to point. Needs to stay on point permanently here. He has to stall. That's really his only role here. But the self-destruct going to pick him off. Still, though, the Outlaws charging back at the point. They're desperate to get the overtime, but I don't think they're going to be able to do it. Titans finish with extra time. Such a significant finish for them there.
Karkar, low HP, does not finish off just yet. But Dalton takes down Hydration. And now the Titans moving right back into the point. Both teams down to main tank, but hope is still alive for Vancouver.
Yeah, Sherlock does fall, though, so that's your key hero that wants to be pressuring point. Now it's pretty much only KSA to do that. Karkar does pop the Amp Matrix. Dalton drops low, though, and Dante wins the duel. Now Linkser in an open sideline. KSA doesn't have the health to contest.
The Outlaws are winning the fights they need to win here. The Titans running out of HP, running out of players, and even with Meko being demech, that's not enough. And this is very tough now for the Titans, unless they equalize. Rolf ends up falling, and that's going to be it. The Outlaws taking Volskaya away from the Titans, and now you have to be considering, is this going to be a sweep? Linkser picking up where he left off, and this matchup has been such a problem for Vancouver so far, and now they're just getting snowballed. They can't get away, and the Outlaws are just dominating. What more can you say? Dante off looking for later pickoff. Gets Suna! Suna is just the first pickoff of choice. Now Dante clones the Sigma in the back. Tanky, going to lose the clone pretty early, but it's still decent disruption. Can't get away though. KSA able to find room to work with. Hydration, late Primal Rage. The Outlaws still trying to bring this one in here and now. They might just do it, but it's a little bit sloppy. Dalton, they're going to be able to get momentum now in point B.
And Hydration with another quick charge on this Primal Rage, doing a great job in this fight, and the distraction is making Dante tons of space, and he's working with it very effectively. That's his 3rd pickup in this fight, and he's not satisfied with that. Picks up a 4th and a 5th. It's all Dante in the kill feed. Meko with the cleanup. Wow, Outlaws just snowballing through second point. And with the tanks dropping so late, this contest is going to be a little bit awkward here for the Vancouver Titans. Early trance, though, forced on Repel. That's great for the Titans. Gives them a chance, but how do they survive this self-destruct?
Well, self-destructs in the back. It takes down Karkar. KSA going to look for the flux of the legends here. Anything to keep Vancouver in the fight. Hydration's out of it. Flux over. KSA falls mid-flux. And the Outlaws just far too strong on the point, dominating Vancouver. And this is a speed run on Rialto, a map that you don't always see.
That's a big pick, though. Dalton onto Dante gives him an opening.
Finally, a sign of life from Vancouver. But as I say that, now both teams down Echo. Vancouver, gotta drop the Transcendence. Trying anything to keep this fight going. Hydration, Primal Rage in the back. Karkar getting caught. Both Meko and Hydration going deep as the front line of the Outlaws. Now, a little bit too deep, I'd say, for Hydration. Ends up getting caught, but the Titans aren't actually moving anything forward here, as there's only a minute 20 left.
Jackson just went 1v4 in a small room against a Reinhardt.
Last chance here for the Titans. Suna falls immediately. Both teams down to Ash, but there's Dante, the cloned Rhine Shatter, and goes to the air, finishes off Shredlock. The Outlaws looking to put this one away. Final 5 seconds left in Rialto. Point A yet to be capped by Vancouver, and right now looking like it's not going to be capped, not even a little bit. Vancouver takes on Philadelphia, and Jake, this is going to be a pretty tough one.
Huge, because Poco is one really reaping all the damage that round. Already up to 80% grab, and Suna over peeking there, gets headshot by Carpe. That's a welcome to the Overwatch League. Playing against Carpe, you can't give this guy a chance. He will cut you down. Everyone else is able to get value, but now it's Chips' time to shine. He's taking the Nano Boost. Meteor Strike in deep on the back line.
Chipsa falling right on down. Makes it 2. Is it going to be 3? This is the fear we were worried about. He takes down a 3rd. And Vancouver, no answer to this god among us. Pressure from this Russian. Carpe is down. Dalton, though, out of play turn the Titans. Their best opportunity they've had here just yet, but guess what? Chipsa still in the fight. Poco holds on to the grab, drops it down, and Chipsa falls. Somehow, some way, maybe cheating, maybe not. Vancouver finds their way back onto the point, but did take a decent investment.
Ults baited, Primal and Echo Copy used for no gain at all, so Philly right back into the round. Nano onto Chipsa, nice accuracy. This is going to be easy pick off. Poco, nice catch as well. Chipsa does miss the punch there and going to get control potentially for the rest of the Nano.
A little bit of unlucky! Unlucky! That was not the game's fault. Just pure unluckiness in there from Chipsa. You hate to see it. But this is kind of problematic for the Fusion is Vancouver is truly starting to bring this back, 66%. Now Fusion up one, going back to the point. Poco again, drop the grab, two stuck inside. Chipsa there on the follow through. Set up by the off tank, and Chipsa more than willing to clean up. Overtime ticking down, and it should be Fusion grabbing the round, but not without a little bit of struggle there towards the end. Best way to engage. Buxo gonna start out. He knows the best way to engage. Put the Nano on the Chipsa and let him go wild. So he gets chain stun. But he still gets Car out of the fight. Enough space for Carpe. And still not a bad look here for the Fusion, though it does end up being a fairly bloody fight.
Another bubble onto Chipsa, and he capitalizes well. Echo trying to escape, but Poco's already on the case, and even holding on to Graviton's Surge there, that's really painful because there's no good defensive ults on the side of Vancouver.
Vancouver on the brink.
So difficult for them. Shatter finds nothing. Sato takes down Shredlock, has an uncontested Shatter of his own. Nano onto the Brig, but she's stunned along with Suna. This is all cleanup for the Philly Fusion. No way back into this round for the Titans. Carpe sends Bob into the pit, just styling on him. And Philly Fusion, I mean, even with this roster, still looking so dominant on Suna or Dalton making a big play. There's no real setup. There's no pressure on their opponents, and I don't think Fusion's a team that you can just let do whatever they want. No matter how smart your game plan is, if you don't disrupt theirs, they're going to find picks on you.
And Winston diving on in. Sato saying enough's enough. Time to make some room. Takes down Suna as the first pick off. And the Fusion looking very healthy as they just mow Vancouver over.
Yeah, you know, I thought the Nano would get Fusion through the choke, but instead it just wipes the defense. That's a quick first point take.
Not pay off. Meanwhile, EQO, the assassination in the back, takes down Dalton early, and that's going to be the signal to go. The Fusion ready to dive on in right after. Suna super low, can't get away, and EQO, one focusing beam after another. Here's a duplicate, here's Reinhardt. The ground might be about to tremble here. Rip Shatter up, there it is, there's one. And now Shredlock trying to equalize from the back. Nope, just gonna get knocked off by Sato. The Fusion looking absolutely dominant here on the point. Vancouver just getting forced out and don't know if they have anything left here.
Eco's Echo is just fearsome. Shredlock coming out to point 2 delay, but he's going to be stunned up by Brig and potentially quickly burst it down. Self-destruct as well, slowing down the contesters. They're moving in one by one here, but the pickathon to Eco could be the start of something, and as I say that, it's all Philly Fusion. 4-11 in the time bank.
EMP gonna be dropped by Suna, sets up for Hisu to be out of the fight. Vancouver finally finding a good opportunity. Here's the bomb for over and over. EQO able to take down Shredlock. Dalton going for the clone onto the Brigida. Quick armor pack out. Vancouver trying to make the most of this. Fusion pushed back. This should be a one fight for Vancouver, but there's a world where the Fusion can push this back. They're still fighting down in numbers, trying to buy time. Now, Jake, they're about to go in.
The quadruple Brig is on the field right now. A sight I don't think anybody wanted to see, but it's here. Now Diva Bomb in deep, and that's exactly what the Titans need, picking off Astro.
Sato.
But Sato's striking back. He's still in this.
Sato comes in with the Primal Rage. He opens the door. Fusion might be about to walk through it. Gets another. Sato saving it after a delay. We'll see what Vancouver can do as they try to keep things going here in the series. Dalton finds EQO. That's a start. Shredlock gonna use the Primal Rage. 6-on-5 for Vancouver. Best opportunity they've had so far, the take point A. The Fusion getting forced back. Poco super low, losing the mech. Vancouver still looking pretty healthy. Shredlock buying more and more space. Dalton working the outskirts. And Vancouver finally, mercifully, gonna take point A.
Zone EMP, so if ever the Titans overcommit, they might just die to that.
Box gonna drop the Nano on the Sato. Here Sato goes again. There have not been really good responses to Sato diving in. No boy. He's using Primal Rage. The ledge is in sight.
It's
Dalton's
EQO, it's EQO.
He's looking for more. Oh.
EQO gets the nano. It sets on the double Winston. Double Winston diving in on top of you with 2 primals. That's not the sort of fight you want to be taking. Oh, man, that's a classic. That's an Echo classic, actually.
Did swap?
Oh, and Philly just adding insult to injury. What an aggressive movement.
Sato taking down Rolf early in the fight. And Fusion, they're just taking this fight outside. They're going, why fight inside the base? Just bring this out and over. Sato, though, does give his life for it as Fusion goes, okay, you know, kind of nicer inside. Maybe we'll head back on over. Final 14 seconds. Rolf, Nano in reserve. Could be a big Nano and even bigger follow-through. Sato, meanwhile, Nano of his own. Off to the side. Dalton Suna already out of the fight and pretty much spells the end. You can't lose both your DPS that early. Expect to turn a fight like this around. Fusion still in full control. And Vancouver, Jake, continuing to have troubles here against the Fusion, where they've just been outplayed in pretty much every aspect of the game.
Winston with a bomb behind it, coming in for the attack.
Sato gets on the car. Again, you look at Sato, health-wise, untouched with the nano, gets another 2. And the front line for the Fusion, Jake, is basically just A-moving against the Vancouver team right now. Vancouver just can't do anything. Isu gonna throw the Bob out early. Vancouver already in real danger. Suna about to fall. Shredlock erased. Funny Astro with the finish. And the Fusion looking super healthy here. This could be one of the fastest times of Rialto in history. 3 minutes, 52 seconds left as the Fusion just roll into Vancouver and do pretty much whatever they want. A little bit of delay, but the delay does not last long. And I actually want to hear from the stats side just how fast this was, because I feel like this has to be top 5.
Yeah, it was close. I think Houston might have stolen that top 5 time from them in the last match against the Titans, putting up a pretty similar time bank. But yeah, this was disgusting offense here.
For Dalton and Suna both delivering, but Sato is still alive, has the presence in the backline, goes for Suna once more, Primal ready to go, and EQO just cleaning up on everything that's being set up.
Sato?
Uh-oh.
He's good.
Okay,
he's
good.
Fine. He's safe. I'm
Plenty of
an
luck.
experienced Winston player. He knows what's good. He knows the potential of the hero. So
This would be tragic if Vancouver lost this fight. They open up here with the Bob, with the Nano. Suna able to get down Boombox, so here comes Self-Destruct. They're piling on over the top. And with Sato and Boombox down, they don't have to worry about Sato. They don't have to worry about the Nano Winston in their face. Vancouver using those ultimates to get more space than they've had all round long, and now Fusion, they still have an opportunity to come back before point A is over. But okay, woken up. They decided, let's go and fight them. Meanwhile, Sato falls on the other front of battle. Astro out of the fight. Vancouver starting to get a little bit of momentum. See how long it lasts. QL, meanwhile, gonna be cloning Diva. More stall on the point, and Philly really doesn't want to give up point A here. We'll see how long they can hold. It's on a whim and a prayer with how heavily they've been staggered, but EQO still staying in it.
choice by EQO to copy the Diva. That's his second self-destruct, zoning the card for so long, making it impossible for the Titans to clean up this cap. And now with the spawn advantage, the defenders are stabilizing. EQO takes the Nano as well. This is just insult to injury. Boombox is uncontested in the back line, healing everybody up. And this offense, the push is over here, and I don't even know if there's going to be another fight for the Titans.
Fortunately, Vancouver isn't able to get the eliminations they need now. They don't touch the point, and that's it. The series is over. It's a sweep.
As expected here, but, you know, once again, we're constantly hoping for Titans to innovate. You know, I don't think it was very much to be expected after Houston Outlaws dominated the Titans in similar fashion yesterday. But at the same time, you know, just well played by the Philly Fusion. This is something we always talk about. That, you know,
with those two losses over the past weekend, your Titans fall to 2-6, dropping them down to the 18th overall and 13th in the North American division. While the Titans have fallen, they are certainly undeterred. While other teams in the Overwatch League have been practicing together for months, the Titans are still figuring out ways to complement each other's play styles and tendencies. We've already seen signs of improvement for the use of EMPs from Suna. During the first week of matches, we saw they were able to use the EMPs to cancel the abilities of the other team, but then failed to follow up and capitalize. During last week's matches, however, we saw team play and coordination of picks between Suna, Shredlock, and Dalton. With the time to strategize and try out different compositions, we saw moments of brilliance with Dalton on Echo. Dalton, who was previously known for his hit scan hero pool, has recently made the shift to more projectile-based heroes, which has then led the Titans to have more flexibility and innovation with their team compositions. With more interesting strategies and hero mixes, this is sure to be an interesting season with more improvement to come. Looking into our schedule for upcoming matches, the Vancouver Titans will be playing against the Toronto Defiant for the Battle of Canada on May 22nd at 10 a.m. Pacific Time. This is an important match for the Titans as this will determine their eligibility to participate in the May Melee Tournament this upcoming weekend. The Toronto Defiant currently hold a record of 4-8 and are 2 places above the Titans at 16th. While they have lost their 2 previous matches to the San Francisco Shock and the LA Valiant, they put up a closer fight than their score would show. The Toronto Defiant's DPS Logix has shown he is one of the best aim mechanics in the league, with an outstanding performance on the hero Ashe. The Titans will need to take care of Toronto's DPS lineup when heading into this battle. For the Vancouver Titans to win, they must focus on breaking down players Nevix and Beast on Defiance's front line. This is sure to be an interesting match, so be sure to catch the Battle of Canada in the Overwatch League. Thanks for getting caught up with Titans this week. I'm your host, Abby Sherlock. See you next week.